All right, so we are starting at 12 o'clock on the dot. Thank you so much for waiting, everyone. We've had about 5 sessions done already, and we're so excited for this one. So let me tell you a little bit about Nidhi's thing. So Nidhi started PCOS Club India, which is an Instagram-based community with a goal to not only create awareness about PCOS, but also empower and enable women to reverse PCOS naturally without depending on a hormonal pill. And personally, the pill we have worked with a lot of women who have been diagnosed with PCOS, and this is something we hear a lot saying, "I'll take this pill and then chakkar aa jata hai, vomiting sensation aa jata hai." So it's a difficult process, and we let Nidhi take over now. And Nidhi, let's start with talking about you. So tell us about you.
Okay, thank you so much for introducing me. And I think you have already covered about PCOS Club India. About myself, I never had anything to do with nutrition and anything to do with, starting this community. I had a completely corporate background 10 years back. I was working in a full-time job. My working hours were very erratic. I used to travel every week, so it was very, very stressful. I was diagnosed with PCOD back in 2011 12. That is when I was diagnosed, and I was like everybody else given a pill to cure myself, and I was asked to come back after 3 months. I could not continue that pill for more than 2 months because I had very, very severe side effects, and my hair fall was even more, acne was worse, and I stopped taking that pill. And I struggled with reversing my PCOD for almost 4 to 5 years when I started to have really, really severe acne issues, allergies, and I didn't really, sort of got my head around what is really happening with me. And I stumbled upon this really nice health practitioner who introduced me to natural treatments. And that's when I started to realize that PCOD is reversible. It is something that is inside you, which you can use as a healing power and use other natural treatments around you to heal yourself. And along this journey, I realized that in India, we do not speak about PCOS at all. I mean, even if it is about speaking to a girl next to me who's working in my office, I would never speak that, what, I have PCOD, and, what do you do to reverse your PCOD? And I found that almost everybody in my bay was having this period issues. And that is when it struck me, I need to start something where people can interact. So this is something about me, how I started PCOS Club India. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes, Nidhi, it totally does. So, tell me, Nidhi, what made you start this platform? I think we more or less already covered it, but let's go right into it. Let's go into also the women entrepreneurship part of it.
Yes, yes. So, continuing from what I said, in my last question, when I started this community, it was more from a blogging standpoint. I used to post some recipes. I used, that had worked for me really well. The kind of routine that I was following, some, herbs that I was using, and I got really good interaction, traction on my page. People all over the India were reaching out to me and, praising me that I've started this initiative, which kept encouraging me while I was on my job. So I continued, posting things which had worked for me, and people used to come back and said, what, I tried it and it worked like magic for me, and it was really, really gratifying. And a year later, when I realized that this is where all my time goes, and I love doing this, I left my job, started, reading about nutrition. I was very actively, searching for research papers that were there on PCOD, because I make a point that whatever I post on my page or on my website, it is research backed. There is certain, trusted resources from where I get my information from, even if it's a health practitioner or a research paper or anything which has a theory that yes, it does work. So I had a keen interest in all of that, and it was really, really supported, and people liked it. So that's when, a few months back, I left my job and started wholeheartedly, with this initiative. I am in transition to moving from a blogger to making it a full enterprise, where my aim is to get all the resources which could help women to heal their PCOS naturally. When I say naturally, it could be, helping with the awareness part, the education part. For example, when I say that, dairy, reducing dairy helps. So why do I say that? And I will provide you those research papers or links to those researches which show that, people have felt better by reducing dairy. So things like that. And then products wise, so currently I'm in process of building an inventory of products which can help people reverse their PCOD, like Ayurvedic herbs, like I highly talk about spearmint or nettle or licorice and all such things. So when somebody logs in, my aim is that everybody has everything that they want to heal their PCOS naturally without depending on a pill. So the encouragement, I would say, and all the love that I've got led me to start this initiative full time. And yeah, that's where I am right now.
All right, Nidhi, thank you. So, Nidhi and I actually connected a week back, and we were talking about a few things about her journey, things that she's experienced in her journey. So, tell me, Nidhi, you have spoken to a couple of people, and a lot of these experiences motivated you to start this full time, right? So, tell me about some notable experiences or memories that really stand out to you in this journey with PCOS Club India.
Okay, so I have spent a lot of my time when I was also working in a corporate job by helping women one-on-one. I do that still, but that's my full-time job now, counseling. That time I used to manage it with my corporate job, and I used to talk to women who were at various parts of the world about their symptoms, and a couple of them, were really, really close stories where this girl from Riyadh, she actually conceived just by, using my experiences, my diet, my lifestyle tips. So this is very, very close to my heart. This was the first person I coached, and she was able to conceive, and this was one of the most encouraging stories that, I should be spreading this to various parts of the world. Second was that along this journey, I was blessed, I would say, to get the support not only from the women, but people, the health practitioner, the ecosystem that we have around us, of the health, the doctors, the natural treatment practitioners, the Ayurvedic experts. Everybody was so supported. No matter how famous they were always keen to come and speak on my platform. So I feel that these are very, very close and memorable things that keep you going. So not only one, there are plenty of them, but what certain things are that some women who were really able to reverse their PCOD. There was one woman, I cannot forget about her. She was a 16-year-old girl. She had been struggling to reverse her PCOD for last 3 years already. So you can imagine how young she was when she got her PCOD. And her father had put her on, psycho treatments because he thought that she has lost her mind and there is nothing like PCOD. And I worked with her for more than 4 months now, and she has started to reverse her PCOS. So I feel really, really gratifying hearing such stories, and this is what keeps me going, I would say.
All right, Nidhi. So, in our experience as well with the Pink Box and our PCOS Care Box, we've had a lot of women, like I mentioned earlier, right? People are straight away given the pill and they say, ki, ye kha lo, and ye theek ho jayega. So, what are some side effects of the pill that you have noticed, along maybe it could be you or with your clients? What are your thoughts?
So I will not only talk about the hormonal pill here, there are various other medicines which are given and people don't even realize what are they for. Before that, I'll take a step back and just want to educate everybody is that before you even take a pill or any medicine for that matter, even if it's a supplement, please talk to your health practitioner and understand what is the composition, what are you going to take, will it have any side effects or not. Speaking from personal experiences, I never thought what I am also taking. And after getting the side effects, I went back and understood that this is an hormonal pill and probably something which will not work for me in the long run. So coming to the side effects of the pill, there are lots of things that girls may experience, and it varies from person to person. So somebody might experience more weight gain, or somebody might experience acne more aggravated, while the other girl might not have an acne issue, but she might have more mood swings. So since PCOS is very, very different for everyone, so symptoms are very different for the girl to girl. It may vary from person to person. Various list of side effects are mood swings, more fatigue, anxiety issues, more acne, issues, with weight loss. You're not able to lose your weight. Uh, Also, birth control pill, if taken for a longer time, may aggravate your PCOD instead of making it better. So these are the most common ones that I'm talking about. Another medicine which has been given a lot by the doctors is metformin to reduce your insulin resistance. One thing that we have to understand is that metformin is usually a diabetic pill and is given to control your sugar levels, and this can be easily managed by lifestyle changes if it is not a severe issue. If you have diabetes, then probably you should consider it. If you have been given metformin and you are not tested for insulin resistance, without testing for insulin resistance, you have been prescribed metformin, I would highly encourage to get tested and only then take it, because some people take it for a long duration and they do not realize that they are going to get into nutritional deficiencies like B12 and vitamin D are very, very common when you take such medicines. So this is also one medicine that people take blindly.
So let's just quickly talk about some challenges that you've conquered along your way. As an entrepreneur with PCOS, as PCOS Club India, as well as somebody who had been diagnosed with it in the past, some challenges that have they're out of the door now.
So I will talk about both the personal and the entrepreneur wise. So coming to the personal part, I went through a big struggle explaining my PCOS disorder not only to my immediate family, to my in-laws. My husband was always supportive, but my mother, when she understood that okay, I have PCOS, she was like, I don't know what it is. And whenever I used to explain that this can be managed by lifestyle changes, she would always say that okay, have that medicine, you'll get better. But she never understood that this can be managed by lifestyle changes. So educating your immediate support system was not a struggle for me, but yes, challenging in the sense that this was something new for them. And especially people from your mother's generations and your parents, grandmothers, they do not understand, and they would just say that beta exercise karo theek ho jayega, beta तुम खाना नहीं खाते हो तो ठीक हो जाए, start having घर का खाना ठीक हो जाएगा. But it is more than that. The mental stress factors that our generation go through, and the environment around us of eating healthy, yet whatever you're eating, is it really healthy? There's so many struggles apart from just exercise and diet. So that was sort of challenging, and trying to understand, okay, what will work for me, what will not work for me, choosing the right things from the plethora of information that we have around us was another one. So this is from my personal experiences and a lot of hit and trials, what worked for me, what not worked for me. And later when my family saw that this is something that is working for me, especially when I started to reduce my dairy, they were like, doodh nahi piyoge, you know and when they saw my progress, when I started to reverse, they started to understand, okay, this is working, probably what she was saying was right. And when I was happy, they were also happy. So it starts with struggle for everybody. I talk to a lot of women, and I think it's pretty much similar, that I understand. Entrepreneur wise, I think one struggle that I got was, I still feel that there are a lot of gynecologists who do not understand that lifestyle changes are the first point of treatment for PCOD. Even a girl who is 16-year-old these days are prescribed by hormonal pills, and some of them don't even know, poor girls, that this is a hormonal pill you have to take. I've had personal interactions with gynecologists where I've got into a tiff and had those debates, and yet there are those certain set of gynecologists where, they do not understand it. So this is certain challenge that I feel that I need to speak a lot more about it, to educate more about, natural treatments, which I feel is going to be a challenge still in my journey. Um, yeah, predominantly, I think this is what it is. Otherwise, I feel really, really supported in my entrepreneur journey.
All right, that's so amazing, Neethi, and that's so nice to hear from you. So we're open for questions to all the participants. There's a chat box right there. You can type in your questions there, or there's a raise hand feature. You can also raise your hand, and we unmute your mic, and you can ask Neethi directly. So yeah, we're open for questions. And in the meanwhile, Neethi, I had one question. Um, a lot of women say that when acne happens and facial hair is also one of the biggest actually, you know what, let's step back a bit. What do you think, as per your experience, what are the top three symptoms of PCOS that we should look out for?
So I think I will even go a step back than what you took. I will explain very quickly criteria which is used for the diagnosis for PCOD, the clinical diagnosis, and the underlying symptoms which you can see from, in appearance standpoint. So there is a Rotterdam criteria which is very commonly used for clinical diagnosis globally. There are certain other criteria as well, but they are sort of similar in nature. So what that Rotterdam criteria says is that either if you have more than 12 follicles in your ovaries, or you have high male androgens, the male hormones are really high in your body, or thirdly, you have menstrual irregularities or absence or very, very low flow. This is, if two of these three are ticked for you, you might have PCOS. Along with that, there's certain symptoms that you can see is high levels of, fatigue in your body, anxiety is really high, acne is, increasing, the cystic acne, even like the adult acne is getting higher. The hair in your scalp area is getting thinner. Your hair was once very thick, now is getting thin, and you are getting trouble losing your weight, or you have trouble gaining weight, both the cases. So these are very, very common symptoms that everybody experiences. Some of the set of women are also where they did not have PCOD, but when they got married or when they went to the fertility check that they're not able to conceive, that is also sometimes that they experience that they're not able to conceive. So infertility is also another one which comes along with PCOS. So very, very common ones.
All right, so we have one question by somebody very special to me, Sharika, who is also going to host two sessions today from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock today. So Sharika's question is, can you discuss some natural ways to tackle with PCOS except lifestyle change? So things apart from active life, protein-rich food, high water consumption, iske alawa any natural ways that you could suggest, Neethi?
So I would not categorize it as a lifestyle change. I would say when you talk about reversing your PCOS symptoms, Sharika, it's more about holistic approach. I cannot work on my diet, but say that I'm not sleeping but just eating healthy, or I'm having a good sleep but not exercising. So it's all about doing things in balance. It's also not about obsessing your diet. It is also not about obsessing your about your exercises. It's like moderate movement with a good and a balanced diet. Now, apart from this, a lot of women struggle, especially in the COVID-19 period, that I've noticed is that they have trouble sleeping in the night, and that becomes a big factor of causing stress in your body. We all understand that, okay, it is caused by stress, but the stress can be not only induced by the work stress we talk about. Stress from a bad diet can cause inflammation. That is another stress which could raise your testosterone levels. From bad sleeping habits. Other than that, fasting really helps. Doing a fasting routine daily not talking about intermittent fasting here because it might not be applicable to a lot of people. It really depends what your symptoms are, and very, very important to work with a health practitioner. Fasting helps removing your toxins very, very natural way. And what you eat in that non-fasting period is very, very important. In general, fasting has personally helped me and a lot of other women, so you can consider that. Apart from that, there are very natural herbs that are available which you can start taking in your daily routine as a herbal tea instead of having caffeine in the morning. That helps calming down your hormones. So these are the two things that I also practice with some moderate movements in yoga or slow exercises by not over obsessing about gym and HIIT trainings. So I would say that everything in balanced form is important, and being connected to the nature. So removing all the unnatural things from your lifestyle will help a lot.
All right. Okay. I think we might have. Okay. Sharika says thanks. And we look forward to seeing you at 6 o'clock IST today, Sharika. So, yeah, we are at 12:20. And thank you so much for this session, Nidhi. For all our participants, in case there are any questions you would like to discuss or ask Nidhi on a personal level, you can mail us at host@thepinkboxindia.com, and we'll forward all those questions to Nidhi. She will answer them and we'll forward it back to you. If you guys would like to get connected with Nidhi, please mail us about that as well, and we will connect you guys. So yes, thank you so much, Nidhi. And
Thank you.
part, can you give us one message that you would like to share with all the beautiful women out there who are battling with PCOS currently?
Sure, sure. I would just say one thing, that PCOS is reversible. Yes, it is reversible by natural treatment. So do not lose heart and do not get stressed. The only thing is that the natural treatment takes a longer time than a pill would. So don't lose your heart and be motivated. Reach out to the right health practitioner. I would say do your research who you're reaching out to. Take informed decisions, like platforms like me, and there are many others. Sanjana, you're doing a great job on your platform as well. So congratulations on that. The whole point is that be educated, be aware about lots of options around you. So I would just say good luck and start your journey with all the positivity. You will get there.
All right. Thank you so much, Nidhi. Thank you so much for being here. And our next session starts in 8 minutes. It is a special message from Deanne de Menezes, who is the founder of Red is the New Green. They're in the middle of a pretty big fundraiser right now. We'll share all the details in about 8 minutes. So I'll see you guys at 12:30. And thank you so much again, Nidhi, for being here. Thank you so much. It was so
I
happy.
am so honored to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me, and thank you everybody for listening to me. Thank you so much. Have a good Sunday.
Bye, Nidhi. Have a good day.
Bye. You too. Bye.
Bye.